Shall I kick things off with the Chronicle?
Please do.
Been a while since I saw this paper, but here it is this morning with the banner headline, Dumbo Family Backs Brian. That's the latest reported by the Chronicle on the race to lead the NPP. According to them,
a family and friends affair.
Yes, he's backing Brian.
No, we need details of this story. Later on, we'll get into
the family head or a member of the family, which is which?
I wonder. It has a picture on the front of Brian and Champong shaking hands with three people.
Yeah.
And details are within. We'll explore the details.
You know the whole Dankwa Buzia or Dombo or Buzia Dankwa Dombo, depending on where you are. It's Dankwa Buzia Dombo or Buzia Dankwa Dombo. And so there's a whole conversation. Buzia J Kufo. Dankwa Kufuado Dombo is Dr. Bamia.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So this is really what the newspaper is hinting at.
That's it. The newspaper is trying to tell you that
even it should have said even the Dumbo family backs Brian. All right,
it's too late to rewrite the headlines now.
First
come, first served.
Also on the front page of the Chronicle this morning, former MPs mount pressure on government for salary arrears. It's amusing every time salaries and MPs are in the headlines. Yeah. When they are overpaid, they don't insist on paying back.
Kojo, you know what? You know where the challenge is, and I'm happy that the Constitutional Review Committee is recommending an independent because you see, anytime we take over the whole Article 71 thing, sometimes we've actually looked at it in a way that has made it look like the whole architecture is problematic. Yes, it is problematic, but we've always focused only on ex-gratia. The thing about Article 71 is that it says these officers, their salaries or emoluments should be determined by a committee set up by the president. The challenge is that whenever the president gets into office, he sometimes would wait.
Not sometimes.
Well,
they would always wait.
Usually would wait.
In their third year, third year, sometimes third year, even sometimes in their fourth year, they then will set up a committee to determine the emoluments for these people. So they get into office and act on the salary of the previous parliament. So by the time they are leaving, their salaries have been determined, approved by the president. But the salaries are expected to be paid by the next president. So if the finance minister decides that, hold on a minute, we don't have money for you, hold on, then the people will hold on and will be holding on until payments are made. When their salaries are paid also and they get the money in bulk, then we say, hey, ex-gratia no dosu. But what we have actually forgotten is that the ex-gratia, and look, I think that if you're leaving Parliament, finally you can be giving ex-gratia, not at the end of every term. But what we would say is their ex-gratia is definitely their salary arrears. Part of it is their salary arrears. So the ex-gratia would be, okay, for every year, 2 or 3 months of your salary. So probably say a year's salary. Sometimes less. But we've always calculated it and said the MPs have been paid 600,000 ex-gratia. When more than 50%, sometimes 70% of that money is their salary arrears.
I mean, I was even commenting on the fact that they are, calling for their arrears. But once upon a time, when some MPs were overpaid, we didn't see them.
They were as silent as...
They were quite quiet, quite mute on that topic, weren't they?
But on the ex-gratia, it's not the MPs who have not been paid.
When it comes to
there are a lot of people who served in the past administration in different capacities who are due ex-gratia and they've not been paid.
Right.
And they've been crying. It's just that the MPs have a louder voice.
No, the MPs, when they speak, the president will listen. Because what will happen is that they would go into, and I've seen it before, they will go into an agreement. The majority, the super majority, will not show up. When there's an important bill and the minority will raise quorum, when they raise the quorum, the majority leader will tell the chief of staff that the MPs are complaining about their ex-gratia. They will send the money. If you don't send money, don't come back.
Well, they have their ways.
Yeah.
I wish they would insist, on things being done for their constituents with the same sort of guile and cleverness. Very sad news on the front page. This is the last story from the Chronicle. And personal hero of mine, I.K. Jesse, the grammarian, has passed on, and he is celebrated in the pages of the Chronicle this morning. Our condolences to his family.
Yeah, great guy, great man, I.K. Jesse. Quite popular in Kumasi. We used to listen to him regularly, always on the radio, educating us. May his soul rest in peace.
Yeah.
Now, if you go to the Ghanaian Times, ensuring examination credibility, strict invigilation won't be compromised. This is President Mahama. He was speaking yesterday at an event. Now, Otunfo pays historic visit to the IGP today. And passengers stranded in Accra, no buses to convey travelers as work and school resume. That's a story on the front page of the Ghanaian Times. We'll give you details of that later.
Well, could you? You've been talking about Brian. Why don't we talk about Kennedy Japan as well?
Okay, who's backing him?
So now it's the pastors, it's the clergy that is endorsing Kennedy Japan. That's right. According to the Daily Guide, because that's the front page story, bigger story on the front page. Brian is squeezed somewhere in the corner there. So if you grab a copy of the Daily Guide this morning, it's about Kennedy Ohene Ejapong, who the angel of God has visited massively, during their Ken sprays. Probably you missed a lot. You should have been in church.
I saw clips.
Just to witness that. So that's on the front page of the Daily Guide with Ken and some other pastors. It includes Prophet El Bernard as well in that picture. And you know what that means. So
what does that mean?
Well, Elder Winston will give you a breakdown of the spiritual reports.
I have no elder of any church. but El Bernard Nassan is one who predicted at the beginning of last year that Kennedy Japan was going to be
one of the forerunners.
It was going to be the flag bearer of the NPP. And he's still been on that prediction. He's always indicated that he sees that vision. And he saw one of them, he saw two vehicles. One tear rubber, like we say in Ghana.
Wow.
And one Nkuyi. Now, the tear rubber was in the lead.
My God.
And just as they were about to finish, the other vehicle went past the tear rubber. Then the engineer opened his eyes and he realized that the tear rubber was Dr. Baumia. The other one
you know what, it's okay. Let's just move on this morning. Still on the Daily Guide, 214 million US dollar gold purchase loss. Gold board fights back. So that's the story you would also get when you grab a copy of the Daily Guide this morning. Reverend Wengam is calling for patriotic citizens because he believes that this is the time we need patriotic citizens indeed. Whether you belong to the Dombo or whichever side you belong to, I don't know.
Now, today the Daily Graphic, as part of their New Year package for their readers, is giving free access to the graphic news app. So we don't have the physical newspaper in the studio, but we have the digital version of the Daily Graphic. Now, Finance Minister unveils 2026 strategy. VAT overhaul drives economic reset. That's the lead story of the Daily Graphic. And President receives rave reviews on first year anniversary. The 77th annual New Year School also opens today. And Reverend Wengam is urging citizens to be patriotic and incorruptible.
The annual New Year School, I'll be there.
Yeah, at Legon.
Yes, I'll be there too.
Will the Vice President be there?
Well, I'm told the President is the one who's going to be there.
Oh, the President himself?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. Normally there's, I thought it was a tradition for the Vice President to be there on the first day, but President is,
he's going to be there.
I'll
be there from 1:15. I have a conversation about building resilient economies, so I'll be there to moderate that conversation.
Your year has started well.
That's right. Good morning to the GRE.
First galamsey of the year.
Shouts to the GRA. We hope they are listening.
I know them very well. Just as they know me, I know them. These days, I want to charge VAT.
You want to enter that realm?
Yeah, I want to charge VAT.
That's right.
I don't fear the payment of taxes. That's the only way I can tell you that you're not doing well. I don't want anybody to tell me have you paid your tax. So I'll pay.
Yes.
And then come and demand accountability.
Exactly.
Anyway, shall we go online?
Before that, the Catalyst is also bringing up this story about the cedi ranking second best currency in the world. So that's some good news. It appears it's having an effect on fuel prices too. This morning at the pumps, we understand that it's likely to go down. I don't know if it's down already because some flyers are out already. So yeah. But
what's online?
I'll start with my joy online this morning, and speed up as people are losing hope. Domelevo presses AG on corruption cases. You remember the thing we said about oral? It started with the vim of boiling beans, and so people want that same vim to continue. And Domelevo still on my joy online says a year without big scandals under new Mahama government could shift corruption perception.
We are sharing booty 60-40 with the accused, and we want to speed up.
And you remember the story from the Ghanaian Times that strict invigilation won't be compromised, according to President Mahama. He was speaking at the 54th National Delegates Conference of the Ghana National Association of Teachers. At the same event, Kwame Penim jokingly told President Mahama that if you improve teachers' housing and put my party to shame, our friendship will break. You know, the president intends to build a lot of housing for teachers and service people. And Kwame says that if the president is successful on that, then NPP will break, and he also break his friendship with the president.
That's funny.
Now, Professor Ajimandia says that institutional heads removals are becoming a dangerous political culture, and we must check that. And Class Media journalist says he lost 10,200 Ghana cedis during the assault by the fire service officers. Yes,
brother, get cash.
10,200 Ghana cedis during the assault by the fire service.
That we have to really spend some time talking about.
But looking at the appreciation of the cedi, it should be more than 10,000 by now, isn't it? Yeah, but I mean, whatever the case, Winston, I don't know, but even if that wasn't a journalist, I mean, there was no way it would be acceptable to find fire officers who are supposed to be rescue inclined or biased attacking individuals simply because they are filming an incident.
Later on, when we spend time on this, I'll tell you how after election 2020, I spent a lot of time at home, and even the few times that I stepped out, I had friends who would pose as Mr. Amwa, because they were actually asking of me who didn't even know me. Okay, when people would say, someone is looking for Winston Amwa, and somebody would say, I am Winston Amwa. Because then, at the time, I just didn't understand. People felt that I, Winston Amwa, and the multimedia group or some other people had connived with the Electoral Commission to rig elections in favor of the NPP. And so, I became a target. And so, I know how it feels when you cannot even move around freely, let alone being beaten. And that is something we should never, ever support in this country. Yeah. There's this story on News Center, before you continue, about costly duplication who's imposing through there on customs. And they say questions are mounting over the authority, accountability, and the rising cost of parallel trading systems at customs. Now, they say that, what Parliament approved as an AI-driven digital customs tracking system risks becoming not a leap forward for customs, but a backward step into fragmentation, blurred accountability, and avoidable cost, while sidelining a system that state has already paid for, because they say the ICOMS has already in it the AI-driven system that Parliament approved for customs to use. So they say, why are you approving something that is currently in place under ICOMS? And that's what they term as costly duplication. But we'll get into details later on.
Okay, now let me bring you that story from the Ghanaian Times Center spread of passengers stranded in Accra no buses to convey travelers as work and school resume. Now, the story says that hundreds of passengers traveling out of Accra to various parts of the country were left stranded yesterday at major transport terminals across the capital following an acute shortage of intercity buses amid the post-Christmas and New Year travel rush. The situation, which coincided with the resumption of work and school after the festive holidays, led to scenes of frustration as commuters scrambled for limited transport amid heavy human and vehicular traffic in the city. At the Kaneshi Takoradi VIP station in Accra, hundreds of passengers intending to travel to Takoradi and Cape Coast were left unattended to, as there were virtually no buses available to convey them. Somebody said they arrived at the station at 4 a.m., but as of 12 noon, they were still stranded with no buses in sight. And there were students who were also expected to report to school by 4:30 p.m. and were visibly distressed at the time the Ghanaian Times got to the station. But I know this is not just the intra-city buses, even the intercity buses, movement within Accra. Yesterday, when our people went to some of the stations,
you know what? Let's just listen to them briefly.
Yeah,
briefly, and then we'll go for the BBC News and return and deal with this in detail.
The business, a lot of guys are still celebrating the Christmas, and maybe they'll be in by next week. That's the whole reason. And looking at how the passengers also disrespect the drivers, there's also a factor that's also causing that, because someone will use this service to board a shop, and you'll be insulting the driver who has used their talent for his or her lances. So it's not fair. They need to respect us. Because
okay, part of the reason also is that they don't respect the drivers. So they need to respect the drivers, and the reason they've decided not to show up at work. We'll get into details.